In the heart of the African plains lay the peaceful Njikoka village of Idemala Ihiola North, nestled beside the Njikoka River and shadowed by ancient Ihiola trees. Life in Okio flowed quietly, each villager contributing to the community's rhythm. Amoka Ochichukwu, a mother overwhelmed by fear. Motsi Chidi Okoli, the wise village elder. Cynthia Owudu, mother goddess, the compassionate river priestess. Ifeoma Izii, the gentle midwife. The villagers, witnesses to both despair and redemption. In the small riverside village of Njikoka, life was bound together by water. The river gave them fish, carried their canoes, watered their fields, and even served as the place where stories were told at dusk. But one story, darker than most, lived in their memory, the story of the woman who cast her own child into that river. Her name was Amoka Ochichukwu, a young mother who had known more hardship than joy. She had given birth to a son, but when she looked upon him, whose appearance she found unsettling, her heart turned cold. The child was not handsome like other babies. His head was too large, his eyes sunken, and his cry sounded like the croak of a frog gripped by shame and convinced the village would reject her. Amoka whispered to herself, "What curse is this? Am I caused by the gods? I cannot bear the shame of raising such a child." One moonless night, Amoka crept to the riverbank with her babe swaddled in cloth. The water ran black and cold. The frogs croaked. The wind whispered. With trembling hands, she muttered, "The river can keep what I cannot." And with a single motion, she dropped the infant into the rushing water. But what Amoka did not know was that Uche the fisherman had been mending his nets nearby. He heard the splash and the faint wail. Rushing forward, he pulled the child from the current. The baby coughed, cried, and clung to him. Uche carried the child to Ifeoma Is, the midwife who had delivered nearly every child in Ihiola. The villagers gathered as the baby's cries pierced the night. Motsi Chidi Okoli, the head of the village, stood before Amoka the next morning. His voice was heavy. "Amoka, this child you call ugly is still flesh of your flesh, blood of your blood. You have cast away not just a babe, but the mercy of the ancestors." Amoka fell to her knees, but the people turned their faces away from her. In Njikoka, there was no crime worse than rejecting life. Mama Ifeoma took the baby into her arms. "If this mother will not love him, I will." For every child deserves the breast, the embrace, and the song of a mother. The villagers agreed. And so the child was raised not by the woman who birthed him, but by the village itself. Years passed. The boy grew. Though his features remained strange, his mind was sharp. Under Motsi Emeka, he learned wisdom. With Susanna the weaver, he learned patience. From Uche the fisherman, he learned courage. By the time he reached manhood, he was known not for his looks, but for his fairness and strength of heart. When disputes arose in Njikoka, people came to him for counsel. They called him Chiku Gozi, meaning God blessing you. As for Amoka, she lived the rest of her days in silence, watching from afar as the son she cast away became the hope of the people. The river that nearly swallowed him became the same river where he baptized children into life and blessed marriages with water. And so the story lived on in Njikoka. That beauty lies not in the face, but in the heart. That no child is ugly in the eyes of the ancestors. And that when one mother rejects her child, a village can raise him into greatness. On the walls of Elder Motsi Chidi Okoli, these words were carved. The river rejects no child. Why should we? If you find this story interesting and you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so when I post more interesting stories like this you'll be the first to get them, and be a returning subscriber. Share, like or comment. Thanks.